What are your names?
I'm Natalie.
I'm Carissa.
Hi, Natalie. Hi, Carissa. Okay, do you guys like living in Iowa?
No.
Yeah.
Why
I do.
Did you grow up here?
Kind
Did you
of.
grow up in here?
I went to Ames High School.
Do you think there are certain reasons why people like live in certain places? Do you think there's a reason why you live in Iowa and somebody else lives somewhere else? Like in Florida or something?
I was told my parents wanted to be closer to their family.
That's a good reason. Okay, well today we're going to read this book called How to Make Cherry Pie and See the USA, and then we're going to look at a few different types of maps, and you guys are going to talk about why people maybe live in different places after you see some of those, and then you're going to design your own map.
Ooh. Do we get a color?
Yes, using colored pencils. Okay, so how to make cherry pie and see the USA. In the mood for cherry pie? Let's get started. First, mix flour and salt in a bowl. What? No bowl? You'll definitely need a bowl. Also, a pie pan, a rolling pin, a measuring cup, a pastry slab, a set of spoons, and some pot holders, which you can get at the cook shop. But if the cook shop happens to be closed, go to New York and hail a taxi. Ask the driver to drop you off at the corner of Pennsylvania and Ohio.
What does hail a taxi mean?
What does hail a taxi mean? Have you ever been in a taxi?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's a car. So you know it's a car that you like rent and you pay them to drive you around. So when you hail a taxi, you just wave at them to let you in.
Okay, my mom.
So we know that New York is a big city. It has taxis and stuff, right? Then you find the closest coal mine. Coal is used to make steel, and you need steel to make your pie pan. Take the trolley deep underground and find a bucket to fill the brim. Don't forget your hard hat and flashlight. So where's their coal, do you think? In Pennsylvania and Ohio?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Underground. Probably.
Next, ride a riverboat down the Mississippi. It takes as long to sail as it does to spell it. If the boat docks in Louisiana at lunchtime, eat a bowl of gumbo. Then go to a cotton farm and pick an armful of cotton for your pot holders. So what do we know about Louisiana?
There's cotton in Louisiana.
And gumbo.
Gumbo.
Catch an express bus to New Mexico. If the bus stops at the northwest corner of the state, take the opportunity to be in 4 places at once. So
How
where
is
can you
that
be in 4 places at
possible?
once?
What state is that? Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona.
Oh.
That was fun. Now go back to work. Your task is to find some clay. A good place to look is to look down. You're probably standing on it. Dig up enough clay to make a mixing bowl. Look out for cactus needles. So where's their clay? Where are we now?
New Mexico.
New Mexico, yep. Board a train to Washington, the only state named for a president. The only president rumored to have a set of wooden teeth. Speaking of wood, go to the forest and find a nice branch. Saw off a piece the size of a rolling pin. And then, attention, we interrupt this book to report that you have won an all-expenses paid trip to Hawaii. Your ship will leave today from California. Hurry!
I don't know.
Aloha! That's okay. This is great news because you need sand, and Hawaii has plenty of it. Glass is made from sand, and you need glass to make your measuring cup. Fill a pail with sand. Watch out for falling coconuts. Make your way to New Hampshire for granite. New Hampshire can usually be found between Maine and Vermont. Granite can usually be found on the sides of steep mountains. Rappel down the side of a mountain and chisel a chunk of granite for your pastry slab. So New Hampshire has granite.
New Hampshire.
Next.
Where's New Hampshire at?
New Hampshire.
Is there a picture or not?
New Hampshire is right here,
Oh,
all the way up there.
that's far away.
Next stop, Texas. To get to Texas, follow the coastline south. When you get to hit Florida, turn right. Then go straight until you run into a longhorn steer. Ask the steer directions to an oil field. Plastic is made from oil, and you'll need about a quart to make your spoons. Tip your hat to the oil workers, then head to the airport. So Texas has what? Oil? Board a plane flying south. When you're over South Dakota, don't forget to wave to the presidents.
I have two.
Then chill out in Alaska, just because it's there. After you've seen the scenery, hurry home. Alaska's cold, right? Now all you have to do is process the coal, mix with the iron, and roll it into flat sheets. Form the sheets into a pie pan. Spin the cotton into a thread, weave the thread into a cloth, and stitch the cloth into pot holders, carve the wood into a rolling pin, then sand and seal. Shape the clay into a bowl, paint with glaze, then fire. Press the oil and pour into spoon-shaped molds. They're making the bowls and stuff for the cherry pie.
Oh, yeah.
Cut the granite into a square pastry slab, then smooth and polish. Melt the sand until it liquefies, then pour into a measuring cup mold. Next.
Mold.
Yep.
It's mold.
Next, use your bowl, spoons, rolling pin, measuring cup, pie pan, pastry slab, and pot holders. Mix the ingredients and bake the pie. When the pie is cool, cut into slices with a pie server. If you don't have any pie server, you can get one at the cook shop. But if the cook shop is still closed, why not join the parade?
Yeah,
There's Iowa.
I know.
Where's the other one?
Okay, well that was fun.
That's one.
Okay, so now what do you guys think that there's a difference between living in like Florida or Michigan?
It's hot in Florida.
It is hot in
Yeah,
Florida.
I used to live in Michigan.
New Mexico.
What if you were like a big fisherman or something, and you were a fisherman for a big fancy restaurant? Where would you want to live? Would you want to live in Iowa, or would you want to live?
In Florida.
Over there.
You'd want to live somewhere on the coast, right?
Yeah, by the water.
By the
Or
water.
Hawaii. Isn't it Hawaii?
You could probably live on Hawaii, yeah, because it's surrounded by water. Right, so things like that affect where people live. Okay. Does anybody know anything about the kinds of maps? Can anyone tell me what kinds of maps there are?
There's globes.
There's globes.
Mm-hmm.
There.
And atlas.
There's There's maps that just show you the United States and
There
maps that
are.
show you the whole world.
Okay, well, I'm going to show you 3 different types of maps. This map is a topographical map.
What?
It's called topographical. And it shows you the different heights. So like if you're standing on a hill, that's going to be a lot taller than just where the ground is, right? That's called elevation. This is according to sea level. So anything above sea level we're all above sea level, right? Because the ground is above the sea. So all this, the purple stuff, the purple going to red, this is lower and this is the highest. So over here it's pretty low and then it gets higher up here, right? Do you know where we are?
In this like.
Yep,
In the middle.
I circled it. So what does it look like? We're
in the
how's our
middle.
elevation?
It's green, which is
What
like
does that mean?
That's like in the middle.
In the middle, yeah, so we're
It's kind of higher than this stuff.
We're higher than over here, yeah, in Iowa. Yep. Okay. This is a historical map. Do you know what that means?
History map.
History. This map, you can have all different types of historical maps, but this map tells you the American Indian territorial losses from different dates. So this land was lost before the 1850s. This land, the pink land, was lost from 1850 to 1870. And then those little
Stars?
kapows, yeah.
Ah.
those tell you the different major battles where they were. Okay, what do you guys think of this? How do I know that stuff?
Says this is the land lost prior to 1850.
Yeah, but what is this called? Why do I know that? Why do I know that the yellow means that?
Because it's in the
Be-
box.
Cause, yeah.
You know what that's called?
I don't remember.
Called a legend. Yes. So these symbols, okay, these symbols mean that that tells you what it means on the map, okay? And this map is like, this is a map of a stadium. This is called a political map, and it tells you like, this symbol is for all the police stations, so you can see where all the police stations are.
What town is it?
It's not a town, it's a stadium somewhere.
Stadium.
So, do you think that would be pretty important to know where all the police stations are and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, so usually they have important things that you need to know in a legend.
Oh.
Okay, so what I want you guys to do is make your own map. And this is the map that I made, but my map's kind of plain. So you guys can make it really good.
I think it's meant to.
Yes. You guys can make your map really good.